welcome to the catch up.
Let's
Oh
get
boy,
caught up. Let's
we
get
got
caught up. Let's get caught
a
up.
lot to
Let's get
catch up
caught up.
on today. What's up,
Let's
baby?
get caught up.
Listen,
Nothing much.
I
Nothing much.
I got a special guest, y'all. Special guest. You know I bring in my New Yorkers every now and again. I bring in my New Yorkers, and this time, literally, apropos to all that has happened in this NBA weekend, I have a former St. John college player who now is also a ref of the game. He knows the ins and outs. He knows the bull crap. He knows all the things, but he's also a very, very good friend, if dare I say, family. Give it up for Max Olivier. Y'all? What's up?
What's going on? What's
What's up,
going
baby?
on? What's going on?
How you doing?
That's everything. I'm good. Hope your specs, yo.
Thanks.
Your specs
Thanks.
look funky.
I'm feeling green right now. I'm in a green
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
So Max, over this past weekend, something crazy happened. The Los
Something out of
Angeles
this
Lakers
world.
made a huge trade with the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for Luka Doncic, AD to the Mavericks. Max, tell me what you think.
It's crazy. There's so much to unfold here. You know how they always talk about like double entendres, triple entendres? I think this right here is like a not even a quadruple entendre, like a five triple entendre. I don't know if that's even a word, but let's call
I'll take
Webster
it.
and add that to the word, right? Because first and foremost, which is the biggest thing, yeah, I think there was a little static between Luka and the Dallas Mavericks.
You think?
Yo, think about it, right? So
You
let's
think?
really let's think big pictures.
Oh, I'm with you on it. Yeah, I'm with you on
Everything's
it.
always about money, right? Everything's all about money, right? After this, just think about it, right? After this year, if Luka would have stayed with the Mavericks, he would have had the super max contract.
Yep.
Super max contract.
About $350 million. Yeah.
Yo, guess what? Now that he's over to the Lakers, no more M's, no more. Those M's are cut in half.
Now, explain that to our viewers. Like, so is he still not eligible for the Supermax contract?
No super. He could get a max contract, but not a super max contract. There's a huge difference. There's a lot of M's that's not on that. There's a lot of M's that's not on that super max compared to that max contract. He can still be able to get a max contract, but not a super max contract. And that's all with this. I want to say with the CBA. So that's the
And is that
collective
because
bargaining
he would have
agreement.
stayed with that team for so long? Okay.
That's
All
number
right.
one. So to me personally speaking, that's the biggest thing of them all. And then my gut feeling is that I feel that the owners is trying to get their reins back on the league as opposed to the players controlling the league. The
Mm-hmm.
owners could be like, no, this is my team. I'm going to state
Mm-hmm.
what happens and how it goes down, as opposed to you telling me what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To me, that's the biggest thing. I mean, I could be wrong, neither here nor there, because at the end of the day, it's a business, and it's also very shocking that now Mark Cuban is no longer the
Now,
majority owner.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
and then Luca is Mark's guy, and now
That's
that
his guy.
Mark is not the majority owner no more, you
Right.
have all these like shareholders and like whatever they have you controlling. They're the ones that's really controlling things, and they want the money. You
Yep.
know, I mean, Mark
The
wanted the money too, but he
Adelsons.
also wanted the fame.
Yeah. The Adelsons now are the majority stakeholders of the Dallas Mavericks. That's been like a little over a year now. Mark Cuban is now a minority stakeholder.
You know,
And Miriam Adelson's son-in-law, I
son-in-law.
think,
Yep.
is the governor. So he's the person probably making those day-to-day decisions. I think, to me, the most telling thing of all of this, just blowing my mind, because my husband, your friend, is of the mindset that, oh man, the Lakers won this deal because they got Luka. And all I keep thinking is, well, they didn't win this deal for the next 2 years, because Dallas is about to go deep into the playoffs. They're ready to rock. AD is healthy and he's playing his best basketball right now. And AD, next to LeBron, legit was playing the number. I mean, he was the highest scoring next to LeBron. Obviously, LeBron is still the lead scorer
Yo,
on that team.
I the running joke is that I've seen less of AD's wardrobe.
Exactly. Not necessarily street clothes in these last couple of years.
See, I've seen less of what's in his closet than anything else. I was like, oh man, wow, AD, I
Exactly.
don't see AD's wardrobe no more. What's up with AD's wardrobe? All right, what's
Exactly. Although we should probably note that they're both high in injury history. They both have a high injury history. Neither one of them is playing right now because they're both a little bit broke down.
But
Um,
I would say this, and then this is what I was telling you, like how everything breaks down so much more, right? And like obviously I spoke about the money first, because to me, I think, obviously it's what makes the world go round, right?
yep.
Um, but when you really think about it, let's talk about, we just talked about the owners of the Mavericks, right? Let's talk about this other family on the other side, the golden purple, right? The Bus family.
Talk about it.
Ever since Bus, the late great Buster Bus. What was he always talking about? Showtime. He always needed that marquee player. He always wanted that he always needed that player,
That guy. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You had Kareem, you had Magic, I mean, a few years they went down when they had Eddie Jones, they had Nick Van Exel. Oh man, what a player, Nick Van Exel, right?
Nikki.
You had all these players, and then you had Kobe, in which where the Lakers was able to watch a guy go from being a kid to being a husband to being a Hall of Famer, to the point they got Shaq, they got Paul Gasol, right? Like you had, like, every year after year after year, the Lakers had like a marquee player, right? Now who they have? LeBron, right? LeBron is on
The marquee player.
yeah, the marquee player. I mean, now they have LeBron. And right, LeBron is that question mark because he's on a year-to-year contract where he has a no trade clause. So basically, he can do whatever he wants, right? I mean, who wouldn't allow LeBron to do whatever he wants, right? Now they need that next progression. They need, like, what's going to be the next chapter. And me personally speaking, and this is the flip side to it, right? So now they have that marquee player, right? The marquee player of Luka. And what is Luka? Luka is a global brand.
Yes.
He is a global brand. Like, the Lakers could be able to sell Luka jerseys in Europe. After LeBron, who else is there possible that could be able to sell jerseys in Europe?
Webby.
Yeah, and
Webby.
Wemby. Yeah, Wemby. Wemby's not getting traded. He's staying there. He's staying in
Okay.
San
I
Antonio.
know, but let me ask you this. And look, I like Luke. My husband will
And I'm
tell
not
you.
even done. I'm not even done with like all the other entendres. But go ahead, continue on though.
Well, yeah. I just want. I have been not only a fan, but I have been a student of Luka Doncic since he was 14 years old. And NPR, National Public Radio, did a story on him as a 14-year-old in his own country, but when he got ready to go to Spain and play for the Spanish team. And then about a year after that, he ended up winning the championship. And he was like the youngest pro to ever win a championship, because over there they can go a little younger, right?
Yep. Hmm.
So he had won 2 championships, all that, before he had even came to the States. He was a kid, and the story was about how his mom was traveling and trying and spending so much time away from her child, right? And all that stuff that came with it, the sacrifice. Now, yes, the Lakers are getting this international star, but for Dallas to give him up, there's something there. I think we
Well,
can all agree that we don't know what's there, but
there was some
something,
beef. There was some
there
beef.
has to be something else.
And I love that you said that, right? Because that goes into the second part of what I said, right?
Give it to me.
Where there was beef. There had to be beef
Yeah.
between the organizations, between Luca and Dallas,
Okay, you write
hands
down
down,
your
right?
theory. I'm going to write down mine.
Right? Like Luca didn't sign the contract last year. He was holding out. So that's number one, right?
One.
Even outside of that, right? Luca's now coming to the Lakers, and he's coming to the Lakers to be right alongside, to me, to And you would agree with this, right? Because you've watched LeBron. I watched the catch up. I watched the other catch ups when you was talking about you seen LeBron at the football game and you was like, who the hell is this? And grown men. I've seen that, right? So who else could be able to teach Luka how to be a professional's professional other than LeBron?
And nobody else has done it. He didn't have any of that
Nobody.
leadership when he got into the league. Who have you expected to give him that type of leadership? It looks like Kobe wanted to do it, and then Kobe, unfortunately, is gone now. But it looked like
Rest in peace.
Kobe, was kind of like trying to tap in a little bit, but now he's gone. Rest in peace.
Yeah. So like now with LeBron, he could just basically put LeBron. LeBron's gonna put him under his wing because you remember 2 years ago, LeBron says that was his favorite player. So
Yeah, he said he
now
was a monster. Yeah.
the best player that's playing currently right now, and that's his favorite player. That's a lot. I guarantee you, LeBron's going to be teaching. LeBron puts like over $1 million into his body a year. I guarantee you, like the days of Luka coming into camp out of shape is done. The days of Luka not breathing and respecting his body is gone. Right? Like that, all that's done. That's finito. In my most humble opinion, all that's finito.
But I will say this. LeBron is Captain Save-A-Ho. He is naturally a Captain Save-A-Ho. I mean, look at, oh my God, I can't even go into how many lists of people where I have been like, LeBron, stop trying to save JR. When he went back to Kevin Love and they traded Wiggins for Kevin Love. And I was like, why are we doing this? And he never showed out to be the Kevin Love we thought he was going to be. Okay, LeBron, Captain Save-A-Ho. However, I don't think LeBron likes being forced into saving you. And in this case, he knew nothing about having to take under his wing. His focus has been, he got to save Bronny this season. I don't think he thought he was going to have to save, bring somebody else in and teach him how to have a chef and teach him no nachos in halftime and it's got to he got to
So it
do
was at
all of this
halftime.
now. That
How
dude,
about the
that
beer at
dude is
halftime?
eating beer and stuff, like he's wilding. So I'm sure.
Oh man.
LeBron now has to do it and don't like being told what to do. Can I say this though? I think this was Luka's problem.
Kyrie. Well,
I
I have
think
a
Luka
problem.
didn't ask for that choice. I think they brought Kyrie in. I don't think Luka was ever particularly happy with it. He never seemed happy with it. He seemed like he made it work. But now they're giving the team to, and
Yo,
they're
I'm gonna say
building
right now,
around.
yo, it's a monster team, yo. The Dallas, like people don't understand right now. Dallas is a monster team right now.
Let me tell you something. I don't think OKC
It's
has a shot in
shocking.
hell.
Well, I'm gonna say right now, Luka is the OKC killer. Luka is the OKC killer. Luka has his best games against OKC. It's like a lot of people don't know that. Like Luka sees OKC, he shows out. He's like this. Oh, I'm coming out. I'm outside. So Luka,
But I still think the Mavericks are going deeper than OKC.
the only foreseeable situation I see with Dallas Mavericks is the bench. You got one of the Splash brothers over there already, right? He hasn't yet
He's
start. He hasn't yet to start the splash yet, right? And you got Kyrie. I think Kyrie is by far one of the most skilled ball
prodigy.
handlers, players that has ever handled the ball. I had an opportunity to see him play firsthand, like live, like right. And this was back when he was in high school too.
Yeah,
Um, and then you got AD. It's going to be interesting. I mean, honestly speaking, I see Dallas being better right now than the Lakers
me too.
because right now, I mean, the Lakers still has that hole, right? Even with AD, right? With AD, they at least had somewhat of a rim protector, right? Because he
They
didn't want
need
to
a
play center.
legit five. They don't have
They
a
need a
legit five.
legit five, hands down,
Yeah.
right? The biggest problem I see is that there's no defense in the Lakers. Like Luka doesn't play no defense. Alex Caruso doesn't play no defense. The only person that plays defense is
LeBron.
LeBron, right? And LeBron, I mean, yo, listen, 20 years, he's in 40 years old, like still dropping down triple doubles. Like, I don't know, man. Like you can't do it all. You can't do it all. And
But
then we
he's
all,
doing it. We keep
but he
saying he
is.
can't. But he's doing it.
Yes,
But he's doing it.
yes.
Listen, you don't think LeBron last year? Remember when Kyrie got traded, and we were before the season of last year, and everybody was like, Kyrie should go. Kyrie should go. You don't think LeBron wanted?
No, they was talking about Kyrie. They was talking about
LeBron
that.
wanted Kyrie,
No,
and
no, that
instead
was
you
a
gave
percent.
him and instead you gave him Luka. Okay, all
Yo, it's a
right,
money thing. It's a money thing
I
because
get it
Luca's gonna bring those international fans into the forum.
for the next
Luca's gonna be able
five
to
to ten
sell those
years.
5 to 10 because you also gotta remember too, Luca's only what, 25, 26 years old?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, kid got he still got AD's 31, you know.
but I will say it feels like they gave up on the season, and if I'm LeBron, I'm pissed because I feel like I know they needed another piece. I know they did. But damn, how are they going to compete? Unless they make a move in the
Yeah.
next 2 days
Listen,
and get some
listen.
size, how are
We
they
got
going to
until
compete?
Thursday. We didn't even know this whole Lucas situation was going down because there was like two people that knew about the Lucas situation.
He's got to be pissed
So
about
we
that
don't
too.
know.
Wait, but explain to me real quick. Okay, how do you think LeBron didn't know when it's basically his company, Clutch Sports, not his company technically, but kind of, that represents
Underwritten, yeah.
AD? So Rich Paul didn't let him in on nothing? Like, let somebody explain this to me.
Goes back to what I said before. How I started this. It's all about the owners gaining control back again. It's the owners being like, you know what? I'm not letting no one know.
Not
I
even
want
agents.
control, not even agents. I want control and I want full autonomy because you know what
Yeah.
it is? These agents have it, have too much control. And then you're like, yo, listen, Rich Paul, this dude's the mafia.
And now the agents are darker
Well,
and they're bad boys. They've been called bad boys and all these things. They're like, we're
yo,
going to take the control
listen.
back. It's
And that's
crazy.
what, so I love how I started this catch up, right? And it's coming right back all over. And I felt like this is like, how many entendres is there to this? Like,
I
no,
know.
it's the owners taking control all over again. It's like an owner saying, like, hey, damn, my phone's supposed to be on silent. What's going on there? Right? It's the owners saying, hey, we need our control back. We're letting these people control our money. We're the
Yeah.
one that signed their checks.
Yeah.
We're signing their checks.
Yeah.
And who speaks for them? It's the person that speaks for them the most is the agents.
So they didn't even let them in on it until later, after the fact, after the
1,000%.
deal. Okay, real quick. We all found out about this right after AD was absent, not because of the trade, but because of injury. When the Knicks were playing the Lakers, we found out after this game of the Lakers and LeBron whooping up on our Knicks.
Watch your mouth, okay? I don't like that. Stop, stop,
What?
stop saying.
What?
Yeah.
What happened? I mean,
Listen, we can't win them all.
actually, I fell asleep on that game. I had a long Saturday, and I'm sitting there like, wait. We look like we played. Actually, Cat didn't have that great of a game, and neither did
No, he
Brunson.
definitely did not. My man
But
Josh Hart, my man full of heart, man. My man always shows out. I love my man
always,
Josh Hart.
always,
Josh Hart is the
always.
modern day John Starks.
He is so like full of heart and energy, and Tom Thibodeau is going to run his ass into the ground. Sorry.
Yo, listen, he has all the energy for you. I want to hang out with Josh Hart one day.
I know you
To
do. You
hang
two are
out.
two peas in a pod.
Yeah, I also want to sort of see. This is like, yo, listen. Hmm.
You have the energy of Josh Hart, especially when you play. You have a Josh Hart type of energy. I can see you
Yeah, I
guys
don't, I
getting
don't feel
along.
it no more, man. The way my body be feeling, man. I be getting out of bed saying all kinds of, when that age hits in, man. Shit, my age is the reason why I got glasses now. I'm gonna
But you're
tell you
still
that
out there on
story.
that court. You refing them boys.
Yo, listen, I'm running as much as possible, and afterwards, I make sure I go take my ice bath. I make sure I take all this stuff right there, getting stretched out. One thing I always tell everybody: referees gets up in age while the players still stay the same age.
All right, look, we are almost out of time, but I want to talk a little
Yeah,
bit
this
about.
is
It goes so fast, right?
yeah,
Just
damn,
catching up
man.
a little bit. Two things. One, Our main engineer on this show, Michael, is a huge Sacramento Kings fan. Sacra- Sacramento also. Look at that face.
Beam, the beam,
Let me
the
tell you.
beam.
Yo, the beam is not going to be lit up too much more, I don't think. Oh my gosh,
Yo,
that
listen,
was like quick. That was
I
quick.
feel sorry for the Beam. I think the Beam's best option, best chance of winning a ring or winning anything was back when they
Chris
played the
Webber.
Lakers. Yeah, when they had Chris Webber, freaking what's my
Well, that's
man's
probably when
name?
Michael
Rocky
became a
Divac.
fan or he was born. One or the
Wow,
other.
you know,
One or the
and
other.
then they just lost it. They lost it. I mean,
It's
and
awful.
I don't want to get
De'Aaron did not.
controversial, but
He didn't even want to be there anymore. Like, what happened? We went from
he was
them
done.
going, him leading them so deep into the playoffs to now him being in San Antonio, which I think is an even smaller market, wouldn't you say? Like San Antonio compared to Sacramento, or they're probably even in market size.
Think it's probably even in market size. However, you're going to be
But you
with a
got
legendary
Wemby.
coach.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things, right? Number one, yeah, forget even Wemby. Let's not even talk about Wemby. Let's
How?
not
How
even
do we
talk
forget
about
Wemby?
Wemby.
But okay.
Let's really talk about that. Mike Brown's okay, but you can't put Coach Pop in front of Mike Brown, right? But let's talk about like what it really is. Fox is going to be side by side with Chris Paul.
Mm, yeah.
Side by side
Mentorship.
with
Mentorship.
Chris Paul.
Who, by the way, is having a heck of a year.
You're
He's
surprised? I'm not.
Yes, I am because I feel like Chris reached his pinnacle about 6 or 7 years ago, and I have not seen the Chris Paul of the Clippers in a long time. But I feel like he has very much so
Okay, so
rejuvenated
you
himself.
can't say that how he's not making everyone else better still because he still
That's what I'm
is.
saying. I see it
He's
more
making
now.
everybody better.
Yeah, I see it. I see it this year a
He's
lot.
making and you got to think about it. Look how many superstars that Chris Paul played alongside. And you know what? I want to run these stats. I want to run the stats of the superstars that Chris Paul played with before Chris Paul and then also after Chris Paul. Because Chris Paul played right alongside with who? D Books. He played right alongside James Harden. He played right alongside Shea Gild SGA,
Yeah.
right? Who else did he played alongside with? Kevin
Devin
Durant. Like,
Devin Booker.
and when he was the Warriors, he played alongside a lot of like big time superstars. I want to see what their stats are and their mentality. Well, obviously we can't see their mentality, right? But like the way that their game changed after they played alongside Chris Paul.
I agree with you. I think probably mentorship is great, but I will say I see Chris Paul again. Like I see him balling again. I see him in a way that I hadn't seen him in a really, really long time. Real quick, we got to get out of here. But the
Oh,
NFL Super Bowl, the highlight of the NFL season, the pinnacle is here. We're here. Neither one of our teams are there. Let's not even worry about it. But let's talk about who is there. Kansas City Chiefs,
yo,
Philadelphia Eagles.
you see
Who
me
you
right here? I'm
riding with?
flapping my wings, so you know what I'm going with.
You riding with the Eagles.
The only reason why 'cause they in the same conference as my team, so I gotta go with. I
Well,
want to say my
Kansas
team,
City Giants, right?
Giants, G-men,
Well, I
or
can
like
say that
the
about Kansas City,
G-woman.
but they're in the same conference as my team, but I ain't rolling with that. I do, however, roll with Travis Kelsey, but I ain't rolling with the Chiefs, as my son called
Oh,
them, the Kansas City Sheeps. Um, but
yo, that's a,
I too am
oh my
rolling with
God.
Philly. I'm rolling with Philly. However, I know for a fact nothing's getting in the way of this three-peat. Not if the NFL has anything to say about it. I will be terribly surprised if the Chiefs actually pull it out. But I mean, if the Eagles pull it out, I really hope they do. But I don't have a lot of faith.
You know, above and
So
beyond it all, I'm a big, huge Saquon Barkley fan. I love that. I like that guy. That
I
guy was a solid guy.
know,
He was
I know.
tough.
As
He
a
was very
Giants
tough,
fan, this
very
has
tough,
to hurt a little bit.
very tough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
At least if he wins a ring, I hope that he does. It'll be good for him.
It
Definitely
would
be
be
good.
good for him. I'm
100%.
rooting for Saquon too. I'm definitely rooting for Jalen Hurts. All right, man. That being said, Max, it was so good
Yo,
to catch
catch up some
up.
more, man. Can we catch up? Damn, man, that catch up is good.
I know. You got to go ref a game.
Yo, listen, you know what's the crazy thing is that this rumor situation, it's not a rumor no more because it's already done. This whole Luca stuff is crazy. And I have more things to add about the Luca trade too.
I know. We'll have to do it. We'll
Mention.
have to do it once he gets more in his season if he ever comes back. All right.
All
With
right.
that being said, thank you for catching up. We will catch you
Peace,
next week
peace.
after the Super Bowl. Go
Yo,
Eagles. Fly, Eagles,
can I get
fly.
that theme music? Let me get that theme music. Let me get that
Whoop,
theme music.
whoop,
Let me
whoop,
get this in.
whoop. Whoop,
All
whoop.
right then.
Deuces. Peace.
Peace.